What's up, y'all? So we out here. Um, Look at Fee. Can y'all see him over there sleeping? Felix, say hey. Look at him. So bad. Hey, Fee. Come say hey to Janet and Suzette and everybody else. Y'all ready for y'all vacation? You got your little bags packed? Huh? You got your little bags packed? You do? You want some Louis Vuitton bags? You crazy. They don't make Louis Vuitton bags for you, in cat size. So high class. That's why I cut your paycheck. Because I found out you was trying to buy Louis Vuitton bags and harnesses and leashes and things. Not walking you on the Louis Vuitton leash. Anyway, what I come over here to show y'all? Oh, first of all, I came over here to show y'all. So these peppers are still turning. These didn't really go back into bloom, but can y'all guess what pepper is blooming? Can y'all just guess what pepper is still blooming? Let me go around here and show y'all. I mean, man, it's crazy. These freaking, like the ones up here in the front in the dead sunlight. Just, and look at this branch. The way it's loaded down with peppers. I got to get those off of there. But look, still blooming. Still blooming, people. Still blooming. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy to still have this much stuff this late in the season. Today's December the 12th, I think. I'm looking in here trying to see what kind of tomatoes we got going on. Maybe get some snacks for the dogs. Oh Lord, we got a bunch of them over in here. I'm gonna have to put them in my pocket. Okay, so this turned into a harvest video real quick, like. Don't grow your tomatoes like me, because you see how I'm having a time trying to get to them. And y'all only pick really the ripest. At least that's what I try to do. It's taking these tomatoes a while to get ripe because of the temps. But they do get ripe. And they get sweet too. But y'all just look. Y'all just look at all the peppers. And like I said, these ain't big plants. Some Scotch bonnets, they something else. Look. Y'all just take inventory. Look right in here. Y'all just take inventory of all these peppers. I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see all those green. I plucked all the ones that was ripe. The fish peppers have kind of slowed up, but then they've also kind of been shaded out, but there's still a few peppers in here. Here's one that's actually fully ripe. When they're fully ripe, that's what they look like. And then these sweet peppers over here. Look at that. I mean, look. See what I'm talking about? It's just peppers and peppers. And all of this is new growth. I guess it just decided, you know what? I'm going to put on new growth. Look at all that. Look up under. It's just crazy. And I think those were the blooms that I really couldn't show y'all. That Scotch bonnet too. The peas, believe it or not, I just got a few peas off of there earlier. These are sugar snaps. They haven't started blooming yet, but maybe soon. This old tomato that I'm still just really trying to see if some tomatoes on here. So there, and then if you look back there, and there's probably more. I'm just probably overlooking them. There's one. It's a beautiful plant, but beautiful plant ain't gonna get it because I can't eat these leaves. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know. And what I've been doing is putting this part of the plant in the sun, because later on in the day the sun shines, and maybe those tomatoes, these, see, there's one, it's a cluster. That was the most impressive cluster. And see, this is what happens when you grow tomatoes the way I do, when you don't sucker them and stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, some people love all that suckering and stuff. I find I don't get as many tomatoes. I know the plants are wild and they're not the most beautiful looking, and they always do this, grow up and then they end up on the ground. This plant is probably 10 feet long, and I always grow indeterminates. I never hardly ever grow determinants. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like nothing that makes its tomatoes then die on you. I think I grew determinants twice. I don't like that. I don't like determinate peas either, like bush beans. I'm gonna quit growing them. That vine, it takes more space, but your stuff will just give you and give you and give you. And when you into production, I'm not into this stuff that's gonna give you a little bit and then die. I'm just not feeling it. But I mean, you know, more power to you. I know some of y'all just cannot do that, and when you can't do it, don't feel bad. You know, like I tell people all the time, do what you can do till you can do better, you know. Wait a minute, y'all forgive me while I weed that. So this cushaw is still living, and I'm letting it live. That's motherland okra. That's some kind of red okra. I don't know what kind of okra that is that's living, but baby, these onions and the garlic. Y'all remember all that garlic I planted? Can y'all see all those leaves down in there? Just garlic, 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 garlic everywhere. I mean, it's just thick up in there, just thick, just tight. I think some of this garlic is maybe 2 or 3 inches apart, maybe 4 or 5 inches. And this may not be all of it because it's still peanuts in here, cushaw in here, garlic in here. In these edges, these are all onion. And look at how big. I need to cut some of these green tops and use some of those tops. Those are bunching onion, by the way. They're not above an onion. Look at all the dandelion. Can y'all see that beautiful flower? Ain't that pretty? I think me and the sun is, you know, they say these things is sweet. Let me see if they know what they're talking about. Yeah, I ain't lying. On the back end. Yeah, it's a little sweet. That's interesting. It's kind of bitter too, but you know, dandelion leaves are bitter. Dandelion is edible, in case you didn't know. I got a lot of it. Y'all see all these leaves with this shape here? This is all dandelion. All of this dandelion. And I don't really ever pull it up other than if I want to make some fertilizer or something. Or if I want to eat some of the dandelion greens. So that's something that in the wintertime, if you have a lot of dandelion in your yard, you could have you some salad greens. Now just know that they're bitter as all get out. Here's something else I wanted to show you. Remember, I planted garlic all through this garden now. See how it's coming up through there? Don't worry about that garlic, y'all. Just plant it. It'll come up. It'll come up through your stuff. Try to show y'all over here. Remember this? Yeah, I remember wasn't no garlic over here. I had Swiss chard over here and purslane. And it's still just a touch of purslane. But look at all this garlic and then this onion. I forgot I planted that onion in there. This is another onion. You're wondering how you can tell if it's onion. See the flat leaf? Garlic. See the, let me break one of these so you can see what I'm talking about. Break the end. See how that's a tube like? Get some light. See how that's a tube? So when you got a tube like that, that's an O for onion. That's the easiest way for me to remember that. If you break that leaf, it's an O for onion, because it's a little tube. And that could be bulbing onion, walking onion, a bunching onion. It could be any kind of all onions or like that, chives even like that. Except for true garlic chives, which I have true garlic chives in the back. You know, they have these things, they call them garlic chives, but they're really onion. Because I grew some of them, but I got true garlic chives back there. And their leaves are flat. They look like grass. But, oh, so I want to show y'all. Like I said about that garlic, when you plant that garlic, look here. Like I told y'all, I planted garlic all through this garden. Look here. See here? That's 3 garlic plants. I know y'all gonna say they close together. There's another one here. There's 2 right there. Can y'all see all that garlic coming up? Your garlic don't need no sun, honey. It'll come on up. It'll come up. I think it's some garlic over here too, but I ain't for sure. I don't see none. Maybe it ain't, but I planted garlic just all through this garden. Look at them peppers. When I lift up, you can just see the sheer amount of stuff I still got, and I'm so blessed that December to have all this, because, you know. But what's this, 11 minutes? Maybe we'll walk around the back. The little pomegranates I put in the ground, they went dormant, so they have dropped their leaves for this season. Go back around here to the back here. See what I can show y'all back here. I had to water today. And I also fertilized while I was at it. Let me show y'all. See that rainwater? I got collard leaves over in there. Because like I said, I had been propagating. I had a bunch of extra leaves. I didn't want to let them go to waste. So I went on and threw those over in that water. Just that fast, y'all. All them leaves come off that pear tree. I'm going, all these water sprouts. Y'all see the ones that go straight up? They ain't number water sprouts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a saw and I'm going to buzz that tree off right across all of it. Every last one of them. And a lot of them water sprouts going to get cut all the way down. I'm going to show y'all how to take longevity spinach cuttings and ship them. Y'all see I got peas and stuff, but this stuff ain't gonna stay here for long. I'm not invested in it, because I'm only gonna leave that longevity spinach, and I'm gonna put citrus in here, because I think I talked about before my tree root problem. This is some garlic that I missed last year, some elephant garlic. You can tell by how big the leaves are that's gonna be a big one. I seem like I missed another one too, but it'll show itself. If it's down in there, it'll show itself. Oh, I know I wasn't tripping. It's a lizard over there. I thought I saw something moving, but he's brown. You can't hardly see him. He's the same color as that tree bark. It's one of those chameleons. They they go from brown to green. They're pretty common here. I don't know, y'all might can't see him. He's so little. You can't really see him. You see him moving? Let me zoom in. Maybe y'all will see him. He went behind that bark. You can't really see him no more. But he was creeping. They're the cutest little things. But anyway, the turmeric is almost, I'm probably going to go ahead and dig it, because I know I got somebody want some turmeric. But see how good my ginger's looking, y'all? Y'all see it's not showing any signs of slowing down. So ginger's not going to get dug right now, because I know I got, but I told her I got somebody wants some ginger too. Like I tell y'all, it's no problem with me giving it to you. Just understand there's certain seasons for stuff. Walking onions, right now is not the time for walking onions, because if I send you walking onions, I'm going to send you those little babies that they make at the top. I'm not going to dig my plant up and send you the plant. So it's not the time for those either. Those walk in the spring, if I'm not mistaken. You can see these pears, they're starting to lose their leaves. I see the peaches have lost their leaves. Oh no, this is the yam doing all this. Watch this. This is pear here, which you see it turning a little bit, but all that yellow over there, this is the yam. So it's getting, basically, see the shape of the leaf. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna be digging to see if I have any root down there, any yam root down there. You see this apple, it holds its leaves a long time. Ooh, y'all, let me tell you. Let me tell you. So I came out here, my persimmon tree. You see my persimmon don't have not one leaf on it. It's completely gone. Y'all see the fruit gone. Don't worry. I got the fruit. I just didn't eat it out here with y'all. When I tell you, bro, y'all say what you want. Them fool you persimmons. I don't see how people fool with them American persimmons. But then again, I'm wondering if I'm not super sensitive to the astringency of American persimmons. I hate them. I don't even like them. I don't like the texture because they're like, oh, in order for them to be really sweet, they have to be really mushy. I don't like that mushy ass texture. It's disgusting. And then the fuyu, you can harvest it while it's still firm, or you can wait until it gets soft, but it's not astringent, so it doesn't give you that cotton mouth feel. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. As far as astringency, if you've never had anything that's astringent, you ever had something to make it feel like you got cotton mouth, damn near turn your mouth inside out. I can't stand that. That runs me ragged. So, yeah. So, I ate that fuyu persimmon, and you talking about good. You know, I almost got a crunch like an apple, but it's so very sweet. Ooh, I mean sweet like sugar. And then this year, what I found to be different was the persimmon tasted, ooh, like it had a little nutmeg in there. It had a little spice to it. And I said, Lord, Lord, Lord. And this navel orange is looking good. Now, you see I ain't got but one branch. I pinched the tip out of this and made it branch off once. I pinched the tips out of a lot of these kumquats. Well, I know I cut them because somebody wanted some cuttings. Natalie wanted some cuttings out of this, but my navel orange is finally looking. And years and years and years ago, y'all, I did get fruit off this tree. I got 5 oranges off this tree, and it was a little bitty, and the tree was way down. But you talking about, oh Lord, y'all, you ain't had an orange till you had your own orange that you grew. You really have not had one. I don't care what you say. You ain't had one. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. Just listen at me and pay attention. You have not had an orange until you have one that you've grown and you let it get all the way ripe. I'm talking about the aroma. I'm talking about just the fresh flavor. Ooh, y'all, Jesus. And I haven't had one of those in, I think it's been 4 years or 3 years at least since that tree bloomed, because y'all, we kept having those freezes and it was knocking my tree back almost all the way to the graft. But even if we get something real cold this year, I'm not having it, y'all. I'm piling that tree all the way up with pine straw. And I'm going to do a video with y'all talking about pine straw, because Backyard Farmer Pat made me realize that, you know, maybe some people, it's not that you all don't know, you forget or overlook. You know, sometimes we overlook things that are just right in our backyard. You see how this turmeric is looking? This is going to be my candidate for being dug up. And let me show y'all, these were the garlic chive, what I was talking about. See how that leaf is flat, like grass. And I'm talking about, when you break that, it's so loud you can just smell, ooh, how strong it is. I think that's what them people be calling in them. I think I seen that in seed catalogs. Now, don't get me wrong, I got that from a guy who lived down the street. He grows eucalyptus, he grows this, he grows mint. He grows certain things because he eats a lot of this stuff out of his yard. He doesn't really, it's hard to describe him because he's kind of he's an oddball. He don't even have lights and water in his house, because he feels like he doesn't want to pay, he doesn't want to pay the city. He feels like that's bureaucracy. And he doesn't want to give the city any more money. He feels like he pays his taxes. Why should he give him? So he chooses to live with no lights, no water, no gas. He put a wood stove in his house and, you know, all that kind of stuff. He has figured out a way to save rainwater and bathe with it and stuff. You wouldn't know this stuff if you had never been to his house before. But he gardens, long story short, because he believes in making a way for himself. His name is Dale. I think I showed him before. It's a white guy, blonde hair. Nice guy. But anyway, one of the last, of the people who, he not for all of this government, and he don't care if it's federal, state, or whatever. He don't like none of it. So he try to extricate himself from it when he can. But yeah, y'all, he gave me these, and he gave me these garlic chives. And when I tell you, I'm so thankful to have them. And they throw a seed as well. So, those are the real deal garlic chives. I'm coming down through here. Look at all this monkey grass. But these are my figs. I need to take cuttings for go grow for those. This is my other brown turkey. Those I'm not going to put in the ground yet. The LSU, all the figs that fruited are going in the ground before. I'm going to let them drop their leaves. They're going in the ground. And they're going in the ground over here. All this, what you see right here, is going to get cleared out. Every last bit of it. All this is wild blackberry, by the way. So when people say invasive, this is invasive. I have not watered this. I have not done anything to it. And it grew up and over these tires. I didn't do anything to that. So when you say invasive, you have to be careful as to what you classify as invasive. If you have to take care of it, it's not invasive. If you neglect it and leave it alone and it still grows, like this mimosa, borderline invasive. But you can use that mimosa to your advantage. Y'all look at that, still blooming. Ain't that pretty? Just be careful with this though, y'all. It'll draw butterflies to your yard. That's why I have this planted far away from my collards. I used a lot of my bags. I ain't got but 6 left. I got to spread them out. But usually when you grow these, they'll come back for you. They get 4 or 5 feet high. But those flowers are so pretty to me. I'm trying to, it ain't really focusing how I want it to. This is supposed to be some new Fandango. It's supposed to be a good phone with a good camera. Full of S. If I have to tell you where to focus, you're full of S. Anyway, we're going to leave that alone. Look at this one. This one's trying to bloom. Y'all see the little bitty blooms? My guama trees are looking good. Be careful with guama trees. I didn't know they had tiny, tiny little thorns, which is interesting. I pinched the top out of this too to encourage it to branch some more. The guava's still looking good. Every now and again, I have something bite on the guava. It's branching as well. Let me show y'all what I mean. So when I pinch, I think Dan has showed this before, but I'll go in here and that little bit of growth, I'll pinch it out. That'll branch there. So y'all, that's all I'm gonna show y'all out here today. I apologize for not having videos for a little bit. Look at my cannas. Ooh, them thorns. Look at my cannas right there. Those aren't gonna stay there. They're gonna go over there in the ground. When I have stuff that's meant for chop and drop, I put it in the ground. And maybe I'll do a little video talking about that. I'll sit down and film myself and do a video talking about that. What is this, Celeste? Okay, this is Celeste. Celeste is also going in the ground. So with my figs, I don't put stuff in the ground until I know I want to keep it. If I'm not sure if I want to keep it, like I'm unsure about the taste, LSU Gold, ground, Celeste, ground, because I like the taste. These two are not going in the ground yet. These are Violette de Bordeaux. They haven't fruited. My Emmas haven't fruited. That's why they're not going in the ground yet. Because if I don't like them, I'm going to sell them or get rid of them. But it's a fig. I'll probably like it. It's the bane of my existence. I need to cut that. That's not a real tree. I need to cut that out of there. But anyway, there's a lot of work to be done. And slowly but surely, I'm going to get stuff knocked out. I got to cut that tree down up there. I got to cut that. I'm going to do some pruning in that apple. I'm probably not going to show you that because I'm not really a pruner. Look for somebody else to really show you and tell you how to prune. I don't always prune. I just kind of instinctively prune. That's probably not good and good at the same time. There's probably pros and cons to that. But this tree doesn't really matter, y'all. I don't have a pollinator for it. And I'm probably going to maybe try to graft onto this tree so that I can have some more varieties on it, so that it will indeed, because this variety can't pollinate itself. So I'm probably gonna graft onto this and make like a Franken tree. And like it's gonna be apples. It's not gonna be other stuff. But yeah, I'll probably graft onto, and that's really what I probably need to do, is probably get some scions and see where I want to graft, and then go to pruning, because wherever I cut off something, that's where I can potentially make a graft there. So anyway, and then I'm gonna fool with these bees one more time. I'm gonna try to want to catch me a hive in the spring. Maybe we're gonna see. I was unsuccessful before, so. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.